Hey everyone, thank you for being here today. I'm so excited to share with you something that has shifted the way that I view building businesses, different than I've done for the last 35 years. And there's lots of different ways you can build a business, right? But tonight we're going to talk about building as we live, not living to build a business. So that means instead of stressing about having, those long prospecting lists, make a list of 100 people or the complicated funnels that you have to learn everything technically online and weave this all into our everyday life. Instead, just let our business flow out of who we already are, where we already go, and what we already do. So let me share a little bit of what this looks like in my own life. So I've done lots of events with booths and I've been to lots of different networking meetings. I used to run them actually twice a week so 8 times a month for 16 years. They're wonderful. But honestly, the biggest results have come from not being at events all day, but coming from just living life with intention. So, for example, I regularly post testimonials online. I don't overthink it, just real stories, real people, real results. And guess what? People reach out. They ask, "What is that you shared about?" That's attraction marketing at its simplest. So, all those places that are selling, order this course on attraction marketing, that's it in a nutshell. And so let me walk you through some real life ways that I share at restaurants. My husband and I love going out to eat. When we do, I'll leave a generous tip for our server and then I tuck in a flyer. And if I get a chance to talk with them, that's great. But a lot of times I'm just visiting with my husband, right? So I don't want to talk business, but I'll leave the flyer and it'll speak for itself. Same thing at hotels when I travel. I'll leave flyers for the staff, for housekeeping, for the front desk, for anyone who made our stay better. And then just like normal everyday errands, standing in line at the post office or the grocery store, strike up a conversation. Nothing salesy. Just make that genuine connection. But then if the door opens, then you can share about your business too. And then at home, like this week, the past 2 months, we've had workers at our house almost every day installing our custom in ground pool. And I can share with them about the business or, about the product, either one. Same thing with neighbors in our neighborhood. We have a neighborhood Facebook group where people talk about things, and I can reach out to someone and tell them I might have something that might be able to help you. And so maybe they mention, back pain, stress, sleepless nights, anxiety, whatever. And then the same thing with family and friends. Sometimes we think we shouldn't share it with the people that are closest to us, but, they deserve to know too. And so if you love your product and you truly believe it can help other people, then you're doing them a disservice that you don't share it with them, right? And let the experience do the talking. You don't have to be the salesperson. You don't have to be the scientist. And then just remember, the random kindness moments, no business agenda, right? Hold the door for someone, chat with the cashier, thank a delivery driver, but keep product with you. You never know when God's going to set up that appointment. And that's the thing too. Every day I pray and I ask God to bring me someone that I can share with. And when I pray that, I usually run into someone. And it's funny when I forget, I don't run into someone. But it doesn't take extra time. It's about awareness. We already go to a restaurant. We already go to hotels, stores, church, sporting events, kids' activities, whatever. The difference is we go with product with us and kindness on our lips to talk to people, not to sell them, not to be overly salesy, just to talk, right? And then think about your mindset because it works because it's built on two simple things: stories. We don't need to be medical experts. We don't need to be sales professionals. We just need to simply share stories. This is what it did for me, or this is what it did for my friend. And then consistency. One conversation isn't going to build your business, but the daily little touches add up. You don't stop living your life, you just live it more intentionally. It's planting seeds. And when you plant a seed, then pretty soon it grows into a plant. Pretty soon it grows into a tree. And then it blooms and makes more seeds and more trees and more plants, right? But here's the truth: people are watching us. They're seeing if you're consistent. They're seeing if you really believe in what you share. They're seeing if you walk it out daily. So, some practical tips: carry your product with you everywhere: your purse, your wallet, your car, the gym bag, no excuses. Lead with generosity. Don't overcomplicate it. Just give it and bless it. Follow up naturally. Hey, how did you sleep after using that? Use social media as your window. Just share stories consistently and celebrate small wins because every conversation is a seed planted that could grow into that tree, remember? So let me leave you with this. You don't need to rearrange your life to succeed here. You simply bring it into the life that you already live. You build as you live, encourage people as you go, be generous, share stories, and you'll be amazed at how many lives you impact and how many doors God opens and how naturally your business grows. So let's decide together that this week we're not going to wait for the perfect event or the perfect booth or the perfect script. We're just going to live our life with intention and build it as we live. So I hope this training helped you, and I will see you next time. Let me know how it helped. Thanks, everyone.